Hey, what's up everyone? Burnside here. I entered Ferrum Fist Challenge 26, one of the Pokkén Discord's regular weekly tournaments, and I wanted to record my run and do some commentary for y'all over how that run went. So my first match was against Naymie, a Sceptile player, and Suicune against Sceptile is a really tough matchup. This is definitely, in my mind, one of Suicune's worst matchups at this point in DX. Sceptile has a really oppressive neutral game, so if he gets set up, it can just spell complete disaster for Suicune in this matchup. So Suicune really has to play the aggressor, be active, and on top of things. See, Naymie is running Whimsical with Emolga. I think that makes a lot of sense. She got a lot of meter off the bat here. And I'm running Mismagius Ninetales, a support set that I'm exploring a little bit more for Suicune as of late. It's a set that a lot of amazing Suicune players in the past, like Suicune Master, I can just say Suicune Master, and Alistair have used to great effect. It's really good. So I'm on that one. You see me sort of struggling off the bat here, feeling Naymie out. We've played a little bit. She's come by my stream. And it's a lot of fun playing her. Her Sceptile is really unique and a little bit more defensive in style. But Emolga can be really oppressive to play against, and I'm just struggling off the bat here to get anything going, sort of feeling Naymie out. Naymie already on full meter, has my HP par deleted off the bat here. But I land that nice Blizzard to get back into things and sort of set up the Mismagius. This is really why I have the Mismagius, but I think I did a really terrible job using it in that situation because of the using Mismagius into your opponent's burst is like a good way to get them to call burst and not accomplish much else. She was probably going to burst in that situation anyway. But I managed to tie this back up, and I got really lucky with the counterattack there to get in. And this is, just by the way, this is round 1 for me of the tournament and round 2 for the tournament overall. So on the thumbnail and stuff, you'll see that it says round 1, but it's really round 2 of the tournament because I was fortunate enough to get a bye for round 1. So I start off with a really risky Aurora Beam. That's not going to work very often, but I thought I would test Naymie and see how she reacts, so I won't be able to do that in the future. Lucky to not eat a punish there. Naymie could have definitely punished that Aurora Beam on block. Her Leaf Blade was a little late. I think there's a lot of players who don't have a ton of experience against Suicune lately, just because there aren't as many Suicunes anymore. So I find myself getting away with a little bit more stuff than I should. I burst here out of that 5x pressure. The Emolga charge, I think I get a punish, yeah. So Emolga is not something that Suicune can punish on reaction. Like, you can't jump when you're grounded on reaction to Emolga and punish it, but if you're already in position, you can't. On the shift, this is a time where I really like calling the Mismagius, because you set up crazy pressure situations like this. Sort of forces Naymie into using her burst, which is, in my mind, a really great use for the Mismagius. Then I get the homing cancel and close out round 1, so coming out on top in that round 1 game. After a pretty dicey start, I was nervous playing this in this tournament a little bit. I haven't competed in a long time, and it's just an online weekly, but still, it's a lot of fun being back in the tournament mindset, and it does make you feel a little bit different. Like, the stakes are different. You don't want to lose, and I didn't want to lose. So it's fun. I haven't been able to go and compete in a tournament actually since Destiny in 2018, November 2018, so a long time ago. But yeah, so now going into round 2, I feel good. Sometimes I can struggle to adapt. You see me trying to call out the fidget spinners, but I was just way too far away with the mirror coat. I got a lot of mileage off counterattack against Naymie. I think Suicune's... Oh, I should have just let that Blizzard rip. I think Suicune's counterattack is good in this matchup if you can get the mind games going and they don't punish your backdash. If they punish your backdash, they really take it away from you. Caught Naymie with a nice sneeze cancel there. I'm used to commentating other people's games, so it's strange to be commentating myself. Naymie doesn't sidestep the Icy Wind, so I do get a follow-up on that. And that's an unpunishable Emolga call for me. Stuffing out the counter, that's huge for Suicune. If I can time my counterattacks, my up counters, to stuff out other counterattacks, that's the game that I want to play because it's really fun. The hard knockdown's really good, and Suicune is just in such a strong position. It can be tough against characters like Sceptile, though, who have the fastest counterattack tier in the game. Here I'm just playing like a really runaway field phase because I have the HP lead, so I'm trying to burn the clock. They end up in the corner, and Naymie charges counterattack fully, probably because of the stuff from before. And she totally neutralizes my whole lead, which is amazing. Goes into burst, and then punishes my terrible Miss Maggie's call to get the KO. So a great round there for Naymie, sort of bringing things back. I pivot into the Sceptile. I run special when I run Miss Magius Ninetales, just because it gives, I love running special in general. The 40% meter from a win is really strong. And it lets me use Miss Magius on a loss or my first game, or excuse me, on a win or my first game, and then on a loss I can go into Ninetales, because it's a longer call, longer charge. Ooh. I try to stuff the counterattack. That's really risky with the 6Y. It honestly doesn't work. And then Naymie has an amazing read, getting the Leaf Storm on my CAY upper. That is a hard read. Like, you can't react to it, I don't think. But a really good call out. Again, another missed opportunity on letting the Blizzard rip, and I get punished for a sneeze canceled by the Emolga. So great call there from Naymie. Nice little feint with the 5X, dashes up and grabs me. She's fighting against my burst really well here. She backdashes to create some space, and I get punished. So this round not looking so hot. This game not looking as hot as game 1. I go for the Blizzard feint, get the cancel, and then I just go into burst here to get some chip. Naymie's far away, but any chip is appreciated. Whenever you can just use that burst, and Suicune's burst is plus even that far away. So just useful to throw it out if you're not going to get punished for it. I probably could have got a punish on that detect, but I wasn't feeling confident in my detect punishes today for some reason. I haven't played against Sceptile a lot lately, so it's not something I was going for. If they fully commit like that, sometimes you can, depending on the spacing and what they do to cancel. Naymie getting so much mileage out of Emolga against me this set. It's really good. Taking away Suicune's movement options just makes this matchup even worse. Like, you can't get in their face. It gives them more time to get set up with all the traps. Naymie hits me with the Razor Leafs, and then into the homing attack, and she's just going to close it out. I go for a Blizzard there, but there's nothing I can do to tie things up. So great stuff to Naymie, taking that game number 2. So right now I'm feeling a little shaken. Like, game 1 was pretty even, and then game 2, Naymie just blows me out. So I was sort of took a moment here to catch my breath. I didn't really get as much off of the Miss Magius Ninetales as I was hoping I would. I wasn't using it very well. It's a skill testing support, and Naymie was playing around them pretty effectively after the round 1 Miss Magius stuff. So I go back to the support select screen and pivot into the Victini. Victini is just sort of like my bread and butter, my constant companion support. It's really good. The launcher that you get from crits is nice. The synergy that you get, the heal that you get on call are all good. So it's the crit launchers make Suicune neutral so much more threatening, because you can get the crit launch off 8Y, off of Water Pillar. It's just really good for him. So winning that first field phase, that's big for me. I go for a throw here early. I'm already at the wall. Sceptile has really good options to get out of the corner and detect. So a grab like that I don't mind, because it helps me build meter and sort of get ahead in the meter race, and also condition for the future. Again, just the counterattacks, right? It just leads to so much damage. So as long as I can land these counterattacks in this matchup, I'm going to be fine. Able to cover detect with the CAY up, and this is going to be another punish on Emolga. No, see, it's so tough to get the timing right on the Emolga punish, but I do get a punish on the detect, just going into the slow 8X at a time where it basically whiff punishes the detect. So I go into round 2 with burst. Naymie does not have burst, but she'll get it off this field phase grab. So it's sort of tying things up in resources. We're sort of feeling each other out here. And I end up, again, finding something on my counterattack, so important to me. There's the detect that I was worried about, and why I went for the grab on the first dual phase of last game, I think it was. Now Naymie, just keeping the pressure up, has me in the corner, defense debuff down. I feel forced to burst here, because I don't want to get hit by the Giga Drain and lose my burst. Just puts you in such a momentum losing spot, even though I'm in a bad position here. Now that the Blizzard Emolga punish, I think I opt to shift here, yeah. Not a lot of reason to reset when she still has burst. So just taking the damage, going to the corner. Naymie gets the pushback. I catch with a lucky homing. Suicune's speed in burst can definitely catch players off guard. He's much, much faster in that mode. Go to the 8X to crush. Get the detect punish to close things out against Naymie. Naymie, great games in this round 1. It's always fun playing you and playing your Sceptile. And thanks so much, y'all. This was episode 1. Be on the lookout because I'm going to keep posting my analysis and commentary as I continue every day this week for as long as I can continue in this bracket. So thank you so much for watching. This has been a blast. Let the north wind flow through you and have a good day, y'all.